If Donald Trump is the Republican nominee for president in 2024, will you vote for him?
Well, there might be somebody else I'd prefer more. What I can tell you is I have every confidence that the Republican Party is going to sort out leadership. All my focus has been on the midterm elections, and it'll stay that way for the next 20 days. But after that, we'll be thinking about the future, ours and the nation's, and I'll keep you posted, okay?
Welcome back to Inside Four Walls. I'm the Fool, and now, I had no idea this was actually a thing. I didn't know people thought Mike Pence was running for president. I guess it was the big deal on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter, I'm still banned. So I had no idea that people thought Mike Pence was going to run. I don't think this man will ever actually run for president. I think he knows his chances of running for president are fucked. Because everybody that's a Trump supporter who used to like Mike Pence sees him as a backstabber who threw Trump under the bus, a la S2 Brutes style. Or they see him as this much weaker, timid kind of pussy who buckles to the establishment. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think the main character from C-Lab 2020 is going to exactly, I don't think Johnny Quest's bodyguard is going to see the Oval Office again anytime soon. But let's continue. Mike Pence did not file to run for president, advisor says. Former U.S. Vice President Mike Pence has not filed to run for president in 2024. His advisor, Devin O'Malley, said on Twitter, following a report on Monday by Britain's Sky News, that Pence had filed a statement of candidacy with the Federal Election Commission. Let me scroll down here. We're going to go to Sky News, not only because they broke the story, but because they are the most recent high factuality article. You see here, that was from 11 hours ago, just so people know. So we're going to head over here to Sky News immediately for the story. Mike Pence, former VP's team, denies he filed to run for president in 2024. Yeah, Trump would break him. Like, if he ran for president, I assure you, before Trump focused on taking anyone else out of the equation, he would dismantle Pence. Pence would come out and do the Mitt Romney thing where he's like, oh, I don't want to take any pot shots. I'm going to be Mr. Nice, Mr. Professional, Mr. Clean about it. And Trump's going to be like, fuck you, you little fucking weak pussy ass, fucking bitch ass, fucking, you're not my dad, looking ass, ugly ass, doo-doo head, looking like you want to do something, look like a motherfucking, The document appears to announce Mr. Pence had filed his statement of candidacy, but it lists Mike Richard Pence instead of his legal name. Michael Richard Pence. Mike Richard Pence? Mike? I mean, yeah, Mike Pence. Isn't that what he was known as? Is it, I don't really know many people walked around calling him Michael Pence. Mike Pence is the name I heard the most. But all right, let's see. Is there a name to credit this to? Not that I see. Immediately published Tuesday, the 27th. So that would be today, at December 27th, 2022, at 2:29 a.m. UK published. Let's scroll on down here. Or is it Australia? No, it's British. A filing to a Federal Election Commission appeared to reveal Mike Pence will run for U.S. president in 2024, but Devin O'Malley, a spokesperson for Mr. Pence, said the former vice president had not filed. A second source from his team told NBC News, quote, "This is not real. Former Vice President Mike Pence did not file to run for president today." A document was filed with the FEC website appearing to announce Mr. Pence had filed his statement of candidacy. However, the FEC form does not appear to reflect his actual legal name, Michael Richard Pence. Yeah, now I wanted to do this. I wanted to just run with my first middle name because my middle name is really Madison. And they wouldn't let me. I had to use all four parts of my name. Yeah, I got one of those weird names that has four parts to it. Anyway, so that's kind of a pain in the ass. I was really hoping to just have the good branding, but yeah, no, they make you run with your real name. So the Michael Richard Pence thing, that's his real name, so it would have to be Michael Richard Pence. And I imagine Pence knows this, so whatever this is, or whoever this Mike Pence is, it'd be wild if there was another candidate named Mike Pence. But you know what? I'll be real. I have a conspiracy theory. Well, I'll go into it at the end of this article. We're almost done anyway. A document was filed to the FEC website appearing to announce Mr. Pence had filed his statement of candidacy. However, the FEC form does not appear to reflect his actual legal name, Michael Richard Pence. Ah, what a dick. The form instead lists Mike Richard Pence. The former VP has said for months he would make a decision in the new year on running after consulting with his family. It is unclear who is responsible for this FEC filing. Mr. Pence incurred Donald Trump's anger after he refused to support his calls to overturn the results of the 2020 election, which is funny because I had just talked about this in like my first episode today of the 2020 election, and the former vice president had distanced himself from Mr. Trump since that election defeat. If Mr. Pence does choose to run, just 7% of primary voters were planning to back him according to Real Clear Politics. Just 7%. Them some yang gang numbers, my friend. Real low. 7% of the primary voters were planning to back him according to Real Clear Politics average of polls. Mr. Trump, who was president between 2017 and 2021, has already announced he will run for president, and he is leading, by the way. Now, when I say leading, in a series of hypothetical polls and matching him against different people, he just crushes the competition. Even Ron DeSantis, when people have to choose between those two, if Trump's not in there, everybody chose Ron DeSantis, but it came down to Ron DeSantis versus Donald Trump. DeSantis got his ass beat, and that was a Harvard-Harris poll. I'll throw a link to it in the description below. I did an episode about it, so I'll throw a link to the episode. I did on that in the description below. Let's continue. Mr. Trump's former national security advisor said earlier this month that he is absolutely considering that would be Pompeo, considering a presidential bid, and there is also speculation that Ron DeSantis, who recently coasted to a second term as Florida governor, will also throw his hat in the ring. I doubt it. I don't see Ron DeSantis doing it. Ron DeSantis and the Trump beef is kind of an AstroTurf. I think the establishment, the Uniparty, see Ron DeSantis as a less extreme version of Trump, which I don't know. I'm on the fence with him. I don't know how I feel about him directly. I appreciate what he's done for Florida. At the same time, I don't know anything about his foreign policy. I don't really know his stance on guns. But he is pushing to bring down Big Pharma and force them to testify under oath about what happened with, certain procedures, certain jabs, gesundheit, certain things like that. So we'll see. I think he's very impressive. I want to see a lot more out of him. I have heard that he's a WEF affiliate. I have not seen any evidence of his connections to the World Economic Forum. If anyone watching this does know those links, please leave a comment below with a link to your sources. I'll check them out and give you credit in the next episode when I, tomorrow maybe, when I, do my next recordings. But yeah, no, what I think happened is so look, when you file officially for president, do you run for president? Your tax brackets and everything change. So you have to, your taxes and everything change. So you have a lot of new monetary and financial policies put on you. So if you just put down Mike Pence instead of your real legal name, it will allow you to test the waters and see if people will respond to your candidacy without actually legally bounding you to these campaign rules and regulations. So I think Mike Pence is the one who actually did this. But I think he's feeling the waters to see how people feel and what they stand and what they'll make of him running for president. And I think he found out that, nobody fucking likes him. Nobody wants him to run for office, and he doesn't stand a snowball's chance in fucking hell of winning. But that being said, any more news on the 2024 build-up and election, I'll cover it. That being said, I'm going to wrap this short episode up here. This has been Inside Four Walls. I've been your host, James Madison, and I shall catch you guys later. Deuce.